Well, I'm in the woods walking. I've been in the woods walking for the last 3 or 4 hours looking for Milburn. I'm a couple miles from the house. If you look back through the woods back in there somewhere, you can see Lucy. Lucy is with me. There she comes, coming up, walking up through there. Where are you, Lucy? I can't see you back there, girl. And here comes Lucy walking up there. Yeah, there's Lucy walking right there. You can see she's got her orange ribbon on. And she's coming up here behind me. She's been with me for the last 2 or 3 hours. It's really strange. She stays back there close by, but not right on top of me, but just close by. Just staying, and we're a couple miles from the house. I've been walking for 2 or 3 hours Saturday afternoon, looking for 2 things. One, trying to find Milburn, or a body of Milburn. And the other is trying to find Whitey's horn that he's lost. One side of the antlers are gone, so I'm looking for those. And I'm not really having any success at either one. Beamer's out here with me. Let me switch this over. You never can tell. We are back a couple, 2 or 3 miles from the house right now. Lucy is close by. She just walks with me no matter where I go in the woods. She's my baby, and she walks with me, and she can find her way back home right now, I'm pretty sure, by herself. But she won't. She'll stay with me. Beamer is running way out there in the woods. You can see how open the woods are in this area right here. So we could probably find Milburn, even if was to find a body out here. I don't want to find a body. I don't want to do that. But at least we would know that we can quit looking for him. But I kind of think he might be alive, because I've walked these woods for hours and hours and hours, and I've not found a body. So it's a possibility that he could be still alive. He might have got over on the other side of the lake. I'm going to go over on the other side of the lake and do a little bit of looking and calling him. You know, I can call his name and whistle, and he might come to me. He might be lost on the other side of the lake and just not be able to find his way back. I don't really know. Where is Milburn, Lucy? Huh? Where is Milburn, baby? Huh? Where is Milburn? You're such a good deer to come go walking with me like this. You are my baby doll. Got her tongue hanging out. She's looking for Beamer. Beamer scares her when he comes up running after he's been off out there running. Now, Beamer will get after an armadillo or a possum or a coon and chase them. She won't chase a deer, but she'll chase critters, because she knows critters are on the hit list. Beamer has made it back. Beamer's been gone about 10, 15 minutes. And Lucy saw her coming, so she knew it wasn't anything to be alarmed at. A couple of times when Beamer's come back from being off running around, Lucy's taking off running. It's what your deer does, you know, when something happens they can't identify. They just put distance between them and that noise. But Beamer and Lucy, for the most part, are friends. Sometimes Lucy doesn't want to be a buddy. Sometimes Beamer doesn't want to be a buddy. But for the most part, this is a boy and his deer and a boy and his dog out here. I'm just really not sure if Whitey would really get this far away from the house. We're a couple miles away from the house over here in a big draw. It's a pretty nice, wide open, pretty draw. You can see that thing down through there. That's really pretty down through there. That's beautiful. I'm just not real sure, to be honest with you, that Whitey comes this far away from the house. I mean, you know, Whitey, that's his first horns. So he's not a mature deer. He's only 18 months old or so right now. He was born last year in May. And so he's, not last year, but year before last in May. And so he's, what is that over there? What is that? What is that right there anyway? Oh, that's just a log. Look at it through my binoculars. Oh yeah, that's all it is. It's just a log. Mercy, kind of spooky there for a minute. It looked like a deer body or something. Kind of got my heart pumping just a little bit. But that's just a log. I'm not really going down through that bottom right there. That's actually pretty steep, and it goes down into a beautiful bottom. I've walked every inch of this place, and I've been down through that bottom there a lot, and it's a real big, pretty bottom. You can see, I'll zoom back, how steep it is, how far it is down there in the bottom. I'm not really going to go through that. I'm going to go over here and stay on the upper side. You see these drains like this? This is what you want to think about when you're out there fishing. You see what we have? We got a big flat right here, and then this flat empties into this drain. And that's where you want to fish, is like down in those little drains like that. You see how it goes down, makes a bend. It gets deeper and deeper and deeper as it goes out. You want to, this is a big flat back up here behind me. See this big flat? You want to look for those flats, and then you look for these drains. You find these little drains, just like this one right here. That drain goes down through there. A drain or ditches. A lot of people call them ditches. That's exactly what they're talking about. It's where if you took all the water out of this, that would be the last place there'd be water, was down in that little drain. Those are the kind of places that you want to fish. Those are the kind of places that you can really find some honey holes. All right, lost Lucy, and there she is right there. I turned and went a different direction. I think she went on down into that bottom, but I've been whistling for her. Come here, girl. Come on, baby. I don't want you to get lost out here. I don't know if she's ever been. I know she's been further away from this than home, but I don't know if she's ever been where we are right now. There's another one of those big draws going down, or ditches going down into that big draw. It's the same type situation we hit back there a minute ago. Beamer was worried too, Lucy. Lucy, Beamer come up there and he was looking for you. She said, I'm not believing that. Beamer was worried about you. Yes, she was. Yeah. I'm not going to leave you out here in the woods. There's too many bad critters out here. Something might have happened to Milburn. I don't want nothing happening to you for sure. I really thought that it was a possibility that if I walked a lot in the woods, that if something happened to Milburn, I would be able to find some remains. And to be honest with you, I'm glad that I haven't, because, you know, obviously, if we find the remains of him, we know that he didn't meet with a very good end. But we're hoping by golly that we're hoping that he just comes home. I think that might be what has to happen. I will go and look on the other side of the lake over there, but that would be unusual to be able to find him. Now, he's been out there in the wild now for a couple of months by himself, and Chris thinks he's still alive, and I'm gonna go with her. I'm gonna believe that maybe he's still alive. But if he is, he's probably become a lot wilder. And if he sees somebody walking through the woods, even though it's me and he doesn't recognize me real quickly, he's going to take off running. And that's just what a deer does. A deer, the first thing a deer does at the sign of danger is they run. I mean, that's exactly what they do. That's their escape, is to get the heck out of Dodge. And so that's probably what Milburn would do if we come walking through the woods. Now, if he was to see Lucy or hear Lucy before he heard me, he might hang around, and once he saw her, he would probably go to her. That is his adopted mama right there, so he would probably go to her. But I don't know if he would come to me real quick until he really realized I wasn't any danger to him. There's we'll go back up another hill again. You can see we're going back up a hill. Beamer and Lucy staying right by me. That's pretty good to have a couple faithful companions like this. I could stay out here a week, and both this Labrador and this Labrador would stay with me. My Labrador, who thinks she's a dog, and my Labrador, who thinks she's a human. And me, I'm just glad to be out here with them. What is that? What is that up there? What is that laying up there? It kind of looks like a deer. I hope it's a log. I'm zoomed in there as far as I can on my phone. I'm gonna walk up there and take a look. Let's walk up there. I think that's a log. Oh yeah, that's a log. I can see. I don't even have to get very close. Look at it through my binoculars and tell that that's a log. Boy, just from a distance back there is the right color and everything. You get up there close, it's just a log, but golly, that thing is tricky. That will trick you right there. I'm not wanting to find Milburn out here, to be honest with you. Come on, Lucy. There you are. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. I don't know why I worry about her. He could trail me down, and Beamer could trail me down. Way better than I could trail either one of them down, that's for sure. I'm coming up on an old road here. I don't know exactly where I am. I don't know. What is this road? I think I know where I am. Yeah. I'm up on an old roadbed out here. Yeah, I know exactly where I am. I don't know how I got on this side of the road, though. Unless I'm going the opposite direction than what I thought I was going. It might be turned around. Don't know exactly what to do. Which way we go, Beamer? Which way do we go, Beamer? Hi, Beamer. Hi, Beamer. Hi, yeah. I don't know, boss. Which way's home? Huh? Which way's home? That way? Is that way home? Okay, that's the way we're going to go. We'll see. Well, we got a little mountain right there. Lucy's still with me. Beamer's still with me. And I should be getting back closer to the house, I believe. I hit a road down there and went the wrong way down that road. I knew it better because I knew I hadn't crossed that road. And yet I went the wrong way on that road. But I went back and got back on the right side of it. And I know I'm fine now. Whoa, I see some water way down there. Yeah, way off down there is the lake. So I know exactly where I am right now. And it's amazing how easy, even though I've been walking over these woods for years out here, it's amazing how easy it is to kind of get lost. And one of the problems is that you go around in a circle. You have a tendency to circle back. It's just human nature. It happens out there in a boat too in the fog. You think you're going a straight line before the days before we had a GPS, and we would always end up circling back. And in the fog, then you saw a bank, and if you didn't recognize that bank, you were lost. You were lost. But I know I can go down this bottom here, and I'm going to hit the upper end draw of the little pond, little beaver pond, where we trapped quite a few beaver and otter out of. There's the lake down there. That's the lake way down there in the distance, so I know exactly where I am. No Milburn, no Whitey's antler, and but Beamer, and Lucy had a sensational walk. Isn't that so sweet? Look at those two. Look at those two down there. It just doesn't get any better than that. Only thing a man could ask more than that is a beautiful Indian wife. Oh, Lord of mercy, I got that too. Okay, heading downhill now. Like I said, the only bad thing about going downhill, which is kind of steep, and I got to fall going down these steep places, is you have to go back uphill. This is a creek bottom here that actually doesn't run water at all, except when it rains a lot. When it rains a lot, water comes down through here and runs down there and runs into that little pond, and then runs over there and runs into the lake. You can see the mountain on the other side of the lake over there. So we're only a half a mile or so from the house right now. We're not bad at all. You see how big that creek is? Now this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about fishing. I'm gonna walk down here and just show y'all something, because this is what we're talking about when we're talking about creek channels. You just imagine all this underwater. Whoops, 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 the coyote's been right there. That's coyote droppings for sure. Don't like coyotes this close to the house. They get a lot closer than this, so. But this is what I'm talking about right here. You see this steep bank over here on this side? Look at that little undercut right there, this steep bank. Down here, see that old root right there? Now, if that had water under it, that's about probably 4 foot up to that bank. Right on the edge of that, there's a little undercut there. There's a little undercut there. Beautiful places for bass. I'm gonna walk on down here. We'll walk down this creek, and you notice all this creek bottom is gravel bottom, so it's a hard bottom. This is the kind of places you want to look for. This might be 10 foot deep, 20 foot deep in a lake. Look at that right there. Look at that. Look at that. This is on the flat side. That's the flatter side going up there. These are the kind of places that you want to find. Now, and let me tell you, this bend right here would be a honey hole. It's deeper than the rest of the creek. It's washed out because the water's come down through here and washed out a hole going around right there. You see that? But then look up under there. See that? There could be 8 or 10 big bass laying right there. And the top of that creek channel on the edge of that might have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 foot of water on it. And then you see it drops right down about another 5 feet to the bottom. And look at there, that could hold a bunch of bass. You look right on down through there. You see what happens right there as a little point comes out. Then you go on up the creek. These are the kind of places you're looking for underwater to find honey holes where there are huge bunches of bass. And now I get down here where it's steep. I'm talking steep. Getting up to the top of this. Bad thing about going downhill is you gotta go back uphill. All right. You know where you are now, baby? You're close to home. So I'm with you. That's all I care about, Jimmy. I'm with you. That's all I care about. I see you come over here. We fall right down into another ditch. There's actually 3 of them here. Here's a ditch, same situation we had before. You look over there, you go across that, up and down into another ditch. These 2 ditches are gonna come together right down there. Oh, mercy. These are the kind of places I love to find in the lake. This happens to be above the water, but that's a little pond right there. That's a little pond you're looking at, and then the road, and then the lake. I love walking in the woods. Well, guys and girls, that's an afternoon out there. About 3 hours or so in the woods with Milburn. I mean with Lucy and with Beamer. Looking for Milburn. Looking for Milburn. I get down here where I can walk up this bank. Looking for Milburn and looking for Whitey's missing antler. Ah, God. We found neither one, but we didn't lose a dog. We didn't lose a deer. We didn't lose Jimmy. I did get a little confused back there when I hit that road. Got a little turned around. But we got the lake back here behind us. We're only 500 yards or so away from the house. We can see civilization back there in the distance. There's a house. There's a house back there in the distance. Buildings. Ah, yeah. And here is my baby. And you see the house too, don't you, baby? Huh? You see the house too? Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys and girls. As I walk in the woods, I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if you're tired, but by golly, I sure am. Later, I love you.